We're ready to start threading the machine, but first we need a bobbin. Take your thread, slide it on, and use the appropriate spool cap to hold it in place. Make sure you never leave a gap in between the spool and the cap, because believe me, your thread will find its way in there one of those days. Now the thread always will come straight across and then with your hands underneath this first guide, no matter if you're winding a bobbin or threading the machine. First thing, from spool to guide. Now winding a bobbin means that we need to go underneath the pretensioner, the direction of the arrow. So it means crossing back over your thread and then going ahead. Now when you put your bobbin on, these silver parts are for the bobbin sensor. Now so you'll always know like which side your bobbin is going to go. So take your silver parts and push straight down. So you're going to put it down, and then all you have to do is wrap your thread around the bobbin a couple times, 3 or 4 times here, the direction of the arrow over here, and there's a little cutter underneath the little lever you're going to engage to start the bobbin from winding. So oftentimes I'll come across, come under the cutter, and all at once start the bobbin winding. Now because this bobbin is so big, your smaller spools, you might kind of judge by how much thread you have on your spool is based on how much thread you put on your bobbin. If you want to stop it, just push the lever back. I'm going to go ahead and fill myself a full bobbin because we're going to be doing a lot of sewing. When it's full, it will stop, and then we can just lift the bobbin up, use that same cutter, and cut the thread. So you don't need your scissors just yet. Now, for putting your bobbin in, same thing. Silver side goes down first, and then bring it all the way over to the little groove on the side here. So you bring it down the groove, you're going to bring it across and underneath this silver arm. So it kind of sits in this final little guy here. So what we have is a bobbin case ready to go in. Now I'm going to put it in, but we will do a closer up video of how that actually is going to fit in here. When you get good at it, you can just slide that in even with the slide on table on, and there's a little cutter down here on the right side. I'm going to cut the thread and close the door. Let's finish threading the machine. And so we're going to undo from the pretensioner. This is only for winding a bobbin, so now we're just going from spool to guide. Come straight forward. Do make sure your presser foot is up when you are threading the machine. Come underneath the silver guide. You're going to come in on the right side, down and on the left side, and that's what this picture is indicating. In on the right, down on the left. Now there's one more guide at the bottom part of this housing. I'm going to just take my thread on the right side and come around it. And then there's one more guide at the top of the needle. So I'm going to come around that, and now I'll use the needle threader. Once again, we will do a close-up of the needle threader. I'm bringing it down, and it hooks it right on in and pulls the lever of the thread, pulls the thread right on out. And now all I have to do is put my thread underneath the presser foot and start to sew, and that way I can check and make sure everything is threaded correctly. I always double up my fabric, so I'm going to fold that in half. If you're reaching for a little scrap, that's no problem. As I sew, I don't have to hold that thread anymore. Just step on the foot control. The foot will automatically go down. There is kind of an initial stitch as it sews, and then it's going to go ahead and go. Now if it's sewing really slow like mine is, that's because the speed control is left on minus. Let's speed her up here. So now we're ready to go. Oh, that just sounds so beautiful. Now when I'm ready to take it out, if I go all the way to the end, if I want to use the reverse button, I've got that right at my fingertips. And then I also have the scissors to cut my thread. It's going to cut the thread and lift it up for me all at once. And I have a beautiful looking seam both on the front and the back, which means I have threaded my machine correctly.